Hello students, welcome to the first lesson of Unit 1. We are going to spend a little bit of time reviewing Algebra 1 content. So specifically today we are going to focus on ratios and proportions. This is IXL assignment A1 in our geometry. So you'll be able to complete that lesson on IXL when we are done with the notes. All right, so the first question today is, do these ratios, 18/2 and 2/1, form a proportion? Well, the first question we have to answer is, what's a proportion? A proportion is when we set two ratios, so like 18/2 and 2/1. It's when we set them equal to each other. So the question is, does 18/2 equal 2/1? There's a couple strategies for solving this. One is to find the cross products, which is when we multiply along the diagonal here. And we see if those equal each other. So let's try that. So we're going to do 18 times 1. And we're going to see if that is equal to 2 times 2. Does that equal 2 times 2? That's the question. So 18 times 1 is 18. 2 times 2 is 4. And so 18 does not equal 4, right? And because of that, these are not proportional. So we're going to say that these are not in proportion with one another. Okay. The other method you could try is simply just reducing these. So 18/2 ends up becoming the number 9 when it's simplified, and 2/1 equals 2. And we can see that these are not equal either. So it means that they are not proportional. Okay. Let's do another one. So let's take 14/7. Let's set that equal to 2/1. So I'm going to do the cross products here. So I'm going to do 2 times 7 is 14, and 14 times 1 is also 14. It doesn't matter which side of the equal sign that you place these numbers, because we're just testing equality. And 14 does equal 14. So the answer to this is yes, they are proportional. All right. Here's another one, 5/4 and 20/16. So let's take 5/4. Let's do 5/4 and 20/16. Instead of finding the cross products, we could, again, just divide them. These are not going to be whole numbers, but they would be parts of a number, right? 5/4 and 20/16. Yeah, let's do that by the calculator. So I already have Desmos set up. Yeah, I'm going to put a little note here. Desmos.com has a free calculator app. Well, it's a calculator software. So if you go to Desmos.com, I already did some of these. Let's see. Looks like we did 5 divided by 4 and 20/16. So 20 divided by 16. And it looks like they both equal 1.25. What's really cool about this Desmos app is they actually simplify the fraction for you. So if you click this little button right here off to the right, I know you can't see my pencil here, but I'm clicking those little circles, and it's actually going to give me the simplified version of the fraction. Okay? You can divide 20 by 4 and 16 by 4, making your simplified fraction 5/4. All right? So the answer to this one is yes, because we have 5/4 equals 5/4. Again, you could have found the cross products, so I'm going to do that real quick just to show you another method here. So 4 times 20 is 80, and 5 times 16 is also 80. So that works out. All right. So this next question is solving for Q in the proportion. So we already know that this is proportional because they set it up as an equality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my cross products. This is probably the easiest way of doing this. So 1 times 12, 1 times 12 equals, and I'm going to do 3 times Q. So 1 times 12 is 12. 3 times Q is 3Q. And then the last step, I'm just going to divide both sides by 3. And that's going to give me Q by itself, right? 3 divided by 3 is 1. So I get Q is equal to 12 divided by 3 is 4. So in this case, Q is going to have to equal 4. All right. Let's do another one. So as you can see, when you're answering this IXL, it's going to get a little bit more difficult over time. So the first thing I'm going to do is 15 times Q is 15Q, and 10 times 21, base 10, so you're going to just add that 0 on the end. So 210. Now if you needed to, you can use your calculator for these, okay, Desmos.com. Or you can just use Google, but what I like about Desmos is, it will give you that fraction if you need it. And I'm going to divide both sides by 15. So 210 divided by 15. Well, if you need a calculator for this, then you're just going to type in 210 divided by 15. And they give you the whole number, 14. So, in this case, Q is equal to 14. Oh, I'm not sure what happened. My pencil stopped working. Give me a second. Maybe I used it all. Nope. Okay. That's really weird. There we go. Okay, Q is 14. For this one, we have Q is 4. I'm just going to, oops. Nope. There we go. All right. Next one, again, just repeat the process. So we're going to do 10 times 21 is 210. 15 times 8. Did we already do this one? Wow, that's crazy. It's the same question, just with a different variable. So we're going to get the same answer. That happens sometimes. So I'm going to divide both sides by 15. Ironically, I get the same thing. I get 14. And that's all right. Whoa, that's weird. Okay. Sorry about that. I should have overlooked that question. All right, the last one is the most difficult one that you'll have. And the reason why is because it involves a binomial right here in the denominator. Okay, so Q and 3. So what we need to do is we need to be very careful when we distribute. So we're going to do 15 times Q plus 3. So 15 times Q plus 3. Look at how I put it in parentheses. Okay? You're going to have to use parentheses because it's 15 times Q and add to it 15 times 3. So we're going to have to use the distributive property. And this other one is 10 times 21. Here, let me use a different color for this one, just so that you see the algebra that's happening. Okay. I will use a different color for the middle. Okay, so 15 times Q is 15Q. 15 times 3 is 45. So we're going to add 45. And then on the other side, I have 210. All right. I'm going to take away, the best thing to do here is take away 45 from both sides. So 15Q. So 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 165. Let me just check my work. 210 minus 45. I get 165. Good. And I'm now going to divide that by 15. Oh, I didn't like that. Is 11. Yep. So lastly, I'm going to divide by 15. And I get Q equals 11. And that's it. So you have enough information now. You're just going to go to IXL. Let's see. We're going to go to IXL. Okay, make sure you log in every time. We're going to log in to IXL. Looks like some students are already working. Look at that, 81 questions already done. And you are under this math. Your screen looks different than mine. But under learning, you should find the math tab, which is right here. And you're going to go to geometry. We'll save this link in class. And here is A1. Okay, and we're going to go in order for most of the year. So like, well, at least for the beginning. So we're going to do A's, some of the A's, and some of the B's, and so on. Okay. And so A1 is where you're going to be, and then those are the same exact questions. Okay, so just write them down on paper, and you'll be able to do those in class. Okay, and that's it. So I think we answered everything. Yep. So we are good for A1. All right. Good luck.